The kickoff team on the field now as they will send.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That's it, baby. We're going to check three. Check three. Check, check, check.
At the 42-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Sammy, Sammy. Hey, Delta. Check Mike 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Mike back. 95, 56. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Here we go, 21, 21. 59, Mark, 59. Hey, Alpha. 59.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Alert 3. You go tight. You got tight.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Check 9, check 9. Kill.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch
3
that.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Bang, 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 bang. Gun, gun. Check 31. 20.
They'll run with McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 29 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Shotgun now for Breeze. This is caught by Gibb. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check, check. Front down, front down, front down. Let him. Five. Mike by four. Bring it.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
This is taken around the 12. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
This is McCaffrey. And all the way down to the 37. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 37-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 37 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brees going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, orbit.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Don't get nervous.
Here's Brees to throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken on the 25. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. Third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw, it's Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 82 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
20.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 78 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
95-56, 95-56.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third.
Kill. Topper.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout? Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Set. Kill. 36.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Hey, exit.
It's been a long day for you.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on, let's go. Check 15.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Newton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill.
The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. We can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready? 180.
Line 36.
In your face.
No. 8.
Kill. He's coming.
8.
He's coming.
Express.
Check.
20.
Check. Wide.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Ready? 5-9.
Again, it's Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
95-56.
Check. Watch 54. I got him. Hey, switch gears.
20 seconds.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They're down here in the third quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
Back to you. I'm going
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
check 13.
Hey, Foxtrot.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Panthers have recovered. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Cameron Jordan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Newton, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And no, it's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Block 54. Block 54. Exit.
Breeze now to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. is Samuel taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.